What's the word, YouTube? I'm your host, Quillysantana, and you're watching the Brains of Sports. Welcome back to the TBOS podcast. I'm your host, The Brains, aka Quillysantana. Now today, man, we got our Super Bowl preview. This is officially Super Bowl week. Like I said in my last video, I had lost my voice really during divisional round in the AFC Championship game week. So took a little week off, get my voice all the way back. Plus, I don't like really making videos. I didn't want to make a video for real. 2 weeks from the Super Bowl, like everybody else was doing. I didn't feel like no. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I just feel like I said, I'm the brains of sports, so I'm here to clean up all the talking conversations people done had and all the lies and all the bullshit and the idiotic takes they done had over this last week leading up to this Sunday. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here to tell y'all the truth about the game. It's not gonna be no blowout, Seahawks blowout and all that silly ass shit. I'm gonna give y'all the real breakdown, even though I'm a Patriots fan. Y'all know I'm picking the Patriots, so we ain't even gonna get into that point. we know that. Like, come on, like y'all see what's going. We know that, but we gonna break this game down officially though. So let's talk about this. 16-3 Seattle Seahawks versus the 17-3 Patriots. My biggest thing right now is that I feel like the Patriots being highly disrespected, which I'm cool with. Like, I'm not. I mean, we've been disrespected all season, and all we did was win. So I prefer to actually play with the house money and play as the underdogs. And Mike Vrabel was going to sell that to the team, and we're gonna play hard. And we've been winning every time we've been underdogs for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really got a problem with it. I like being disrespected and make the victory, you know, better. You know what I'm saying? It just make everything better when you doubt it. So I think that's the biggest thing that I'm seeing on the internet and on these sports television shows and everything right now. So what's this game gonna really come down to is the trenches. So let's talk really about the game. This game is gonna come down to the trenches. Which offensive line performs better? That's really what this game is gonna come down to. Because in order for these two teams to really have success, they offensive line have to have success against the other opposing team's defensive line. So let's start out with the Patriots. Will Campbell, Jerry Wilson, Gary Bradbury, Michael Winu, what I'm not worried about, and Morgan Moses. They have to be able to create some running lanes for Ramondre Stevenson and Trevion Henderson, even though I believe the Seattle Seahawks is an elite run defense. They're going to have to be able to pass block and pass pro. They're going to have to hold their own like Will. See, that thing with Will is like, I mean, he tore his MCL like literally a month and a half ago, I believe, or like close to 2 months ago, some shit like that. So he came back. So I don't know, like, even if Will was fully healthy this playoff run, but Will been getting his ass cooked. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Will is that bad. Like, Will's giving up like, I don't even know how many sacks this postseason. Like, I don't think he's that bad. You know what I'm saying? I always kind of thought he's more of a guard, in my opinion. But I liked him what he was doing this season at left tackle. But I don't think he's that bad. I think he still was dealing with his injury, fresh off the MCL surgery or whatever the case may be. Will's going to have to hold up this game. Now, the thing is, Seattle has a great pass rush, but I think it's, as far as Will Campbell's assignment, it's not going to be as difficult as trying to block Will Anderson Jr. It's not going to be as difficult as trying to block Khalil Mack or Nick Bonito. Even though he really held Nick Bonito in check. Nick didn't really do shit at all in that Broncos game. But it's not going to be as hard as guarding I don't know how to pronounce 45 from the Chargers, like Tua Tulape or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce his name. My bad, my boy, 4-5. It's not gonna be as hard as like him, Odafway. I don't know, because D-Law's pretty good, but I don't think D-Law. I think D-Law's gonna be more and more on Moses' side. But yeah, he's just not gonna have those elite or like very great matchups like he did in the previous matchups, the previous 3 games we've played. I think Nwosu and probably like Hall is gonna be probably on his side. They probably gonna try to put D-Law over there and everything, but I don't think those guys are the pass rushers. Though, like as for as an individual, as a collective, they have a great pass rush. But individually, I think he has a better chance in this game than he had against Will Anderson Jr., you know what I'm saying, Daniil Hunter, Khalil Mack. You know what I'm saying? I think he has a better chance to hold up as a one-on-one sense. Jared Wilson gonna have his fucking hands full because Leonard Williams and Byron Murphy, listen, them boys, it's gonna work. They gonna work. And that's why I say Will is gonna be the key factor because they gonna have to put Will at one-on-one and gonna have to let Mike take one person, and then they gonna have to let Garrett double team whoever Jared Wilson guard. Especially if Leonard Williams is lined up over Jared, he's definitely gonna have to get double teamed. So that's gonna be the main keys. Is like, I'm not really worried too much about Morgan Moses. Like he had a fantastic game against the Texans. Like I know that he can step up big. I'm not too much really worried about Michael Winu. Mike has been awesome all year. He one of the best right guards in the league this year. So I'm not really worried about Mike, but yeah, that the center to left guard, left tackle, I'm pretty worried about that. But I think Will can hold up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think if Will can just hold up, then I think we'll be fine. And we'll be able to actually get some offense going. And without Drake have to like play scared and get and just like he just be able to relax and play his game. On the flip side, Charles Cross, Gray Zabel, what is this in the name? It's like Jalen or something. Anthony Bradford, and then Abram Lucas. They're going to have to deal with the front of Milton Williams, Tonga, Christian Barmore. Also, not only in pass protection, but the first key for them is going to be for the run game. Their run blocking is going to be key, and not allowing Christian Barmore and those guys to reset the line of scrimmage is going to really decide if they win this game or not. It's huge. So, speaking on the Seattle offensive line, their biggest problem is they probably got the worst offensive alignment in the entire NFL. Probably besides him and Falele, which is Anthony Bradford, and Falele is up for the worst offensive alignment in the NFL right now. That's a huge problem. And the reason it's a huge problem is because the Patriots' main pass rushers are interior guys. So Milton Williams and Christian Barmore have been wreaking havoc. Tonga. Corey Durden is also like third. He's like fifth or some shit in pressures in the playoffs. He has like 13 or like 15 or something, 14 pressures. He has 13 plus. I know this for a fact. He has 13 plus pressures in these playoffs, which is going to be a huge problem. If Anthony Bradford cannot run block, if he cannot pass pro against this elite, Christian and Milton is elite and they have depth, but as a collective, this is right now they're playing at the Patriots interior is playing at an elite unit. If they cannot hold up in the interior, it's going to cause problems for that whole game. Because another game I remember is the Colts game where the interior was getting fried and they couldn't run the ball inside, so they tried to start running a lot of zone stretches. And also in that game, Seattle kind of struggled a little bit. They only scored like 18 points against the Colts. You know what I'm saying? Damn near lost. But that was just because the interior offensive line was getting beat all the time, which is going to be the main problem for them. If they let the Patriots reset the line of scrimmage on defense, if they let Mill Williams and them boys get after them, it's going to be a problem. So this game is going to literally be won in the trenches. So let's talk about the entire of the Seattle Seahawks offense. What I'm concerned about with the Seahawks offense is that they haven't played a good defense, let alone a great defense, in like 2 months. They haven't played a good let alone a great defense or like a defense that's playing at the level of their defense in like 2.5 months. They have not played one. The last team, I'm going to tell you where all the last teams they played is ranked defensively. Make sure this is the regular season. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to tell you. Damn, I want this to go down. So, they played the Falcons. They're ranked 15th in defense. They played the Panthers. They're ranked 16th in defense. They played the Rams. They ranked 17th in defense. And the Rams, actually, let me pull this up. Oh, this is the wrong phone. Where's my other phone? Where's my phone now? Let me pull this up. Because actually, the Rams got even worse. That's what these stats is right there. It's even worse than that. Where is this stat at? Where is this stat at? Check this out. Since Thanksgiving, this is like 2 games prior when Sam Darnold threw the 4 picks. And then after that, when they played the Seahawks and then they played the Bucks. I think at that time they was only giving up 16 points per game. I remember this because I did a video and I remember talking about that. Opponents' points per game. The Rams was first. By the end of the year, they was 25th, ranked 25th. Opponents' yards per play, they was 6th. By the end of the year, they was ranked 26th. Opponent passer rating, it was ranked 4th best in the NFL. After that, it was ranked 24th. Opponent red zone touchdown percentage, red zone defense. They were ranked 2nd in the NFL. By the end of the year, they was ranked 26th. Opponent 20-yard plays, giving up the big plays. They were 4th best at not giving up, allowing big plays. By the end of the year, they were dead last. And they played the Rams twice. So that defense was even worse than what they're saying. They played the Niners. They were ranked 20th. They played the Colts. The Colts were ranked 23rd. Them was all the teams they played down the stretch of the season, and then they played the Niners twice. Then they had like 7 games. They played the Colts, the Falcons, the Panthers, the Rams, the Niners, and they played the Niners and the Rams again. Or but those was the 17. I think I got the like order mixed up, but those were the 17s they played. Those were the 17s they played. So I just told you, none of them teams have a defense ranked over 15. And 4 of the teams they played, 4 of the games was against divisional opponents, which I say, this is one of my things I'm worried about because your offense, of course, can look good against the 20th ranked defense and it's a divisional opponent, so you know them better than anybody else knows them. And you're playing them for the 3rd time this year. So, and like I said, first of all, that defense was terrible. That defense was beat up. Even if they would have had Fred Warner and like Nick Bosa, the defense still wasn't good. They had a bunch of undrafted rookies and 6th-round picks and waiver wire guys on the defense. They weren't good. Also, it's your 3rd time playing them. It's Clint Kubiak's 3rd time seeing his defense. So imagine at that point, that was his like 2nd time game planning for them. Back to back, because they played them on week 18 for the 1 seed, had the bye week, and then the Niners win, and then you game for a plan for them again, going into the divisional round. So, you know what I'm saying? The next week, you play the Rams, another divisional opponent, a team that you know. Playing them for the 3rd time. Now, the first game, you struggled just like the Rams struggled. The second game, y'all both had a shootout. Y'all won the game 38-37. Then the 3rd game, y'all won another shootout because this is an opponent that you know, even though, like I said, it's a bad defense, but regardless, it's an opponent you know it's a divisional round opponent. And on top of that, it's a bad defense. You play the Colts, play the Panthers, which are a couple like middle of the pack defenses, and then a couple bad defenses. So that's my concern, my serious concern with the Seahawks. So that's why when people are saying like, oh, it's going to be a blowout and yada yada yada, I'm confused because they haven't played a good defense in over 2.5 months. The last good defense for real they played was the Vikings, which is a great defense, and they were ranked 3rd in the NFL this year. They were ranked 3rd in the NFL this year, and they beat the Vikings 26-0 thanks to Max Brosmer. But also, Darnold had 128 passing yards, and they gave up 4 sacks, I believe, and Darnold fumbled twice and lost one of the fumbles. So this is concerning to me because it's like, okay, when you playing mid defenses, you get comfortable with certain shit that you're able to do. And when you play a step up in competition, then you're not able to do that shit. It gets kind of tricky. And in the biggest spot of the end, like this is the biggest spot of the season. You gotta make sure you gotta know that you're able to adjust. You get what I'm saying? You gotta know that you're able to adjust. If you're not able to adjust, it's gonna be hard for you to not get discouraged or panic or whatever the case may be when things not going your way. Because we've seen them struggle against the Minnesota defense. You know what I'm saying? That was the last. Because in the Atlanta game, they only struggled for a half. In the second half, they blew the Falcons out. The Panthers game, it was kind of like, they didn't really struggle for real. But, but yeah, and that was the next best two defenses they played besides Minnesota. So my thing is like this. Okay, you taking a step up in competition. You playing the Patriots defense now. In the regular season, this was the eighth ranked defense in the NFL. The playoffs, they've been on fire. They've been running around like head on fire. Like this has been an elite defense. This has been a great defense, taking a step up to being an elite defense. For one, this is why I'm concerned. I keep telling people the Patriots are the best run defense in the NFL. I don't give a fuck what the stats say. I'm telling y'all. We was the number one run defense in the NFL. We had 3 out of like damn near 4 starters on the front 7 get hurt. For about 5 weeks, our run defense fell off. That's the only reason we fell all the way down to 6 as far as rush defense. But there's not a run stopping unit better than the New England Patriots. So let's think about this. A lot of these last couple games, they've been able to run the ball with K9. Get the run game going, get Sam Darnold a couple passes, get him in rhythm with the play action, and then let Sam loose. Let Sam cook. See, like last game they played the Rams. K9 was effective. I know K9 only had 62 yards, but real ball knows no. If you watch that game, you know K9 was going crazy. Clint was calling up. They was ready to run the ball. Then boom, get Darnold on the move, play action, let him roll out left. Bam, hit a guy. Play action, bam. Now they running the play action, fake this way, screen back to K9. Like it was all, the offense was just clicking. But it started with the run game. And I picked Seattle, and I said that was the key. They had to get the run game going. They had to start getting some of them screens going, some of them quick outs to JSN, some of that going. Some double moves going on the Rams secondary. They was going to be able to win that game. They was going to have a good offensive outing, which they did. But I don't see them. That's why this is my keys to the Patriots winning, because I don't see them running the ball on New England. I don't see them running the ball in their front 7. I see Anthony Bradford getting his ass worked all motherfucking game. And I don't see certain. It's going to be some cocky Seattle fans that see this and just think like, oh, what the damn. But when you lose and you see, and then you don't act like you didn't know Anthony Bradford was the worst offensive lineman in the NFL. And I'm telling you right now, he ain't going to be doing shit. Like, he going to get his ass fucked up. I'm telling you this right now. He's going to get fucked up. So I don't see them being able to run the ball. And if they can't run the ball, because the Patriots only giving up 2 yards a carry in the playoffs. They ain't nobody running the ball on us. If they cannot run the ball, that changes their entire offense, because there is no more hard sell play action. No one's falling for that if you can't really be able to run the ball, and the Patriots front D line is resetting the line of scrimmage. No one's going to be too much fooled by the play action. Then that allows you to get to a 3rd and 7. And Seattle was like the worst 3rd and 7 plus team this year in the NFL. I know this is a playoff starter. They've been actually amazing behind the sticks. But see, it's kind of tricky because I don't really respect the Niners or the Rams defense. So I don't know how you go. It's a whole different ball game when you take this is a super leap in defense that you're going to play. So now you get into these longer conversions where now you need the interior offensive line to hold up. Grace Zabel is a decent, nice rookie. But you need the interior of the offensive line up. And that's when we're able to blitz Sam. It's when we're able to blitz Sam. It's when we're able to get creative. And this is what the Patriots been doing. No one's blitzed more than the Patriots in the playoffs. Besides the Steelers, and they only played 1 game. So that's kind of tricky. But the Patriots have a 38% blitz rate. So they're going to heat Sam's ass up. So if they cannot run the ball, they're gonna start heating Sam ass up, and they're gonna start getting pressure, and this could change this game to a whole different ball game. So that's what concerned me. Now, at the same time, this is gonna be the best offense that the Patriots played since probably the last Buffalo game in New England. This is for sure going to be the best offense they played. But the reason why I'm not too concerned about that, is that because they're not a passing team. See, like, I would be more scared of the Rams because the Rams is really a passing team. They run the ball, and Sean's going to run the ball. But if they can't run the ball, he wouldn't give a fuck if they couldn't run the ball or not. He'll let Matthew throw that bitch 63 times in the game, 75 times in the game if he could. Like, he'll let Matthew sling that bitch all game long. He could care less about running the ball once he got, you know what I'm saying, no, I don't even want to disrespect Matthew. That's the real now. Like, when he got Matthew back there, you know what I'm saying, he don't really give a fuck about running the ball. They ready to gunsling. He ready to let Matthew just drop back and gunsling anyway. That's a whole different ordeal. Seattle's offense is built off the run. We're going to get downhill, going north and south, play action, get these big plays, get our big play receivers the ball. I'm mad they don't got Torrey Horton. Shout out Torrey Horton, man, because that's my boy, man, with the CSU. That's my boy. I'm mad Torrey hurt, but, you know what I'm saying? Because I fuck with Torrey Horton. But, you know what I'm saying? That's another guy they missing. But, yeah. That's kind of how their offense is designed. So, in my opinion, I'm thinking, okay, if the Patriots just slow down a run down, that's going to slow the whole offense down. Because that's not really in their motto of just, we going to let Sam just drop back and gunsling. That's their scheme. So we can kind of get them to play our game, then I like our odds, especially on that side of the ball. So I like our D-line versus their offensive line, just because their offense is predicated on running the ball and play action, getting downhill. On the flip side, now we get into the Patriots. Their D-line versus the run. I don't see us being able to run the ball, to be honest, on Seattle. Now, like, and I'm saying that as far as on a consistent basis, like, okay, we just gonna run on them. That's not gonna happen at all. It's just not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. We're not gonna just run the ball in Seattle. Now, I do think it's get some plays that we can be able to get Ramondre going and Travion. We might be able to break a couple runs. Them split safety looks, Travion has had multiple big time runs off those split safety looks, because if we block it up right and we give him a crease, he can hit that motherfucker whole hard, and that nigga fast, ain't nobody catching him. I'm good for who you is. You're not running Travion down. So I don't think we're going to be able to run the ball consistently, but I see us being able to break a few 10, 15, even a 30-yard, 45-yard run as far as some big plays, but I don't really see us being able to run the ball. And the reason, and then, so for us, the offense, I'm not too much worried about that, because that's not our scheme for real. We mostly got here off Drake arm. So if we be able to get him some assistance with the run game, that's only going to help the passing game. It's only going to help the passing game. Offensive line, I'm worried about the interior, because Leonard Williams and Byron Murphy is going to cause hell. If we don't lock in on where the fuck Leonard Williams at, he's going to cause hell. He's going to raise hell. I'm telling you right now. So, not too worried about the edges. Not really worried about Will Campbell, because I think he could handle these individual matchups better than the last guys we played. You know what I'm saying? I'm more worried about the interior, because the interior defensive line is no joke with Byron Murphy and Leonard Williams. As far as the secondary, how they're going to play it, this is the thing. We're going to have, I think I'm trusting Josh to scheme up some things, because you're giving Josh McDaniels 2 weeks to prepare for a defense. And I think Josh is going to draw some things up there. He's going to draw some guys open, scheme some guys open. I think the key, I'm going to break down some film, but the key is we're going to have to double move Tariq Woolen, because like I said, Tariq Woolen you can just double move him. You can get him. Like Spoon, you can't really like double move Spoon. Spoon's way better corner than Tariq Woolen. Tariq Woolen, he's ready to fake to try to jump a route. You can double move him. Job, I think you could kind of work Job. I would like to see where they trying to match up at. So like, because I feel like if they put Woolen on Booty, because he's the deep threat, we gotta double move him. Double move him immediately. and run like a lot of digs and shit like that. He'll be able to work him on that. Another guy I'm that's gonna be a big factor is Nick, my boy Nick. Nick is gonna cause hell. I'm gonna let you know this right now. Nick is gonna cause a lot of hell to the Patriots offense because he's just the ultimate Swiss Army knife. There's nothing he can't do. Blitz, get in the gap, come off the edge, cover a receiver 1-on-1, play deep middle. You know what I'm saying? Come down in the box. Whatever you need him to do, guard the tight end, guard the running back. Nick's gonna be able to do whatever the fuck he needs to do. So this is gonna be a good game, man. I can't wait for this game. I think the Patriots. A lot of people is trying to shit on the Patriots, like, because they think they're not gonna be able to do nothing on this defense. I think they're gonna be able to score. Like, we scored 3 offensive possessions on the Texans defense. See, and that's the thing. That's why I say, like, people would just be talking. People just be talking because and I know niggas go like, oh, CJ Stroud, they're trying to bring up turnovers, but go check the tape. We didn't score on none of them turnovers. We had 5 turnovers. We had Drake May fumbled right after the first pick. Then we 3 and out on the second pick. I mean, on the second pick, it was a pick 6. On the third pick, it was a 3 and out. On the fourth pick, it was a 3 and out. And on the Woody Marks fumble, we 3 and out. We didn't score none of our touchdowns off of turnovers, except the pick 6. All our touchdowns came off us getting a stop, getting good field position after like 40 or whatever, and putting a couple plays together and going down and getting a touchdown, getting a bucket on the Texas defense. So I think we can go down and score on the Seahawks defense. We just got to play good defense, protect the ball, you know what I'm saying, get a couple big plays going, take a couple shots, and I think we're going to be able to play good. Also, I think what's going to help the offense is that Drake is going to get some help because he's not going to be playing the cold. He's not going to be playing the snow. I think this was his first time playing in that New England weather. He's a southern kid. I don't think he was ready for that. So I think that him being in Santa Clara, you know what I'm saying, being that good weather of California, California weather and Levi Stadium, I think that's going to help Drake a lot. But we're going to go into more offensive breakdowns and defensive breakdowns for Seattle and for New England later on. But that's just my initial thoughts. I think the Patriots are going to win. Those are my reads. I think the game really going to come down to the trenches. Seattle's going to play great defense, especially their interior defensive line. But I think, because my main reason is I think Seattle has not played a defense this good. The Patriots are not going to panic if they can't get 2 drives, because you got to think Seattle started fast every game with a kick return touchdown and then a touchdown soon the game started against the Rams. If they come out and they ain't scored in the first quarter, or they can't score in the first half yet and there's 6 minutes left and they only got 3 points or they only got 7 and the Patriots got 13 or 14, or they got 2 touchdowns and they trailing, how is it going to look? How are they going to respond? Because they have not played a defensive team this good yet. The Patriots on the flip side, but also the Patriots defense has not played the offense this good. But I think the key to the Seattle Seahawks offense being so good is what the Patriots do best. So this is going to be good on good. You know what I'm saying? Strength on strength. Can they run the ball on us? And can we stop the run? I think that's really going to determine the game right there. Because on the flip side, I don't see the Patriots getting too rattled or, none of that, because we just played 3 of the top 5 defenses in the NFL. We played the Chargers, Broncos, and Denver. And, throw Seattle in there, that's another top 5 defense. So that's why I'm not really too concerned, because we had already had to fight and claw and work and earn our offense. So I don't see, if we get we come out struggling a little bit, I don't see it like being a supreme problem for us to find a way to, get some points together. So that's my analysis on it though. Like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Comment down below. Let me know you're going to win the game. Let me know what you think about the video. You know what I'm saying? Share some more content on the channel, man. The brains, I'm out.